So, Martin Beanz, Warde, how is it like to live in Claregalway?
Well, I'm not actually from Claregalway, but I will say that it's a village that's welcomed me into their bosom, so to speak. But yeah, I really like Claregalway. It's small, it's compact, it's very natural. You wake up in the morning, you can smell the manure, and you know, you've got your local indigenous farmers. It's what I would like to call a community.
So what is it like living in Claregalway, Marianne?
I love it, actually. I'm here now with the last, I'd say, 4 years. Now, I've heard plenty of rumours about the young fellas in Claregalway, that they're very loose with their women. Now, I moved to Claregalway 4 years ago because I was on the search, wasn't for young fellas, I was looking for Hector O'Huckagan. But of course Hector goes missing. He keeps hiding every time that I show up because he's terrified of me. He's afraid that I'm going to break up his marriage for some reason. I don't know where he's getting that idea from, but I do think he's a good looking fella. Now, I've been here for the last 4 years, and not once did any of those young fellas ever in their life come up and say hello to me. They're afraid of me. I mean, if that's not discrimination, I don't know what is.
Is there anything famous about Claregalway?
Divil a bit, really. Well, I'm pretty sure everyone is familiar with the gothic rock band, the Saw Doctors, who had a fantastic. One of the lyrics of their songs was actually, "And as you turn left at Claregalway, you feel a lump in your throat," which to be honest with you, we took that to mean as a warning towards hyperthyroidism, which is on the increase, unfortunately, in the west of Ireland, and sometimes gout and different ailments of the throat. So, and also I think it's to do with the throat chakras, actually, because of course Davy Carton from the Saw Doctors is a massive yogi, and is quite successful as a yogi, actually.
Now, is there anything that has happened recently that made you change your mind about the area?
Change my mind? What would you say? Oh, well, there was one thing. Now, there was one thing. There about 3 nights ago, and I'm pretty sure, because it always happens, I heard somebody shouting "Schnackta, Schnackta, Schnackta" at the top of their voice, and I was full sure it was him. I was full sure it was Hector O'Huckagan, and I came out looking, and just like everything else, he was gone. And I was asking my daddy, I said, "Daddy, why can't I ever see Hector O'Huckagan?" And he said, "Loving, it's like with the leprechauns, that you can only see them through the side of your eye. If you look at them directly, they'll disappear." And I was saying, "Daddy," I said, "but there's no such thing as leprechauns." And he said, "Of course there is." He said, "Listen, Loving," he said, "sure, how could you not have leprechauns? Sure, even the fairies are allowed to get married nowadays." And I tell you one thing, girls, I took that to heart.
As an aside to the Saw Doctors, we also have our local survival expert, Hector O'Huckagan, who has survived in TV for the last 20 odd years and is successfully doing so. One of the tactics used, of course, is a local language that's used within the village, commonly known as Gaelga. We don't really understand the full extent of his knowledge of the language because he speaks it so quickly that we very rarely get an opportunity to find out exactly what he's saying, but we accept him and we do love him. I do know that he's a massive hit with the locals here in Claregalway, who also have issues with speaking.
So anyway, look, before you wrap up this interview, can I just put it out there that I'm free and single, right? And also, can I just, excuse me, cameraman, is this on me?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this out there now that you're all watching. I'm on live television for the first time in my whole live long life, right? I'm only a 28-year-old young one. Winnie, I promise you, Winnie, I might be on Nationwide tonight, Winnie, okay? But see you, I'm going to make sure that you're going to be on prime time. You dirty walk the road. Do you know what a walk the road is, cameraman?
Yeah.
A Winnie, that's what a walk the road is. Anyway, make sure you get my good side. Where are you laughing at?
No.
Is this my good side? 1 second.
The other one.
That side.
There you go. Oh.
Can you do 1 second? Can you make sure when you're editing this, you do slow motion? Can you do slow motion?
Yeah.
Welcome to Claregalway.